Hello, Power Rangers fans, and welcome back to Rangers of the Universe. I'm Chris, and in this video, I will be talking about the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Once and Always Reunion Special trailer. So, little less than 1 month, we got the trailer. It is finally here, and looking forward so much to give my reaction and talk about it because I absolutely loved the trailer. It looked absolutely amazing, and I was already excited for the project, but I definitely cannot wait for this reunion special even more now. This trailer, it was a little over a minute long, and it was absolutely fantastic. It definitely made you wanting more, and that was a minute of it, and this special is 55 minutes long, so I absolutely cannot wait. And let's dive in right from the start. So, right from the start, we got our first full look at Robo Rita. And wow, does she look menacing. It is fully robotic. She is much more different. And we see her first off battling against the 6 original Mighty Morphin Rangers. So, red, blue, black, yellow, pink, and green. Now, we see Robo Rita fighting against them, and we see her shoot this big monstrous blast at her and the putties. The putties are returning too, the originals. So we see them fighting against the original 6, and we see Robo Rita, sending this huge blast at the Blue Ranger, Billy Cranston, to annihilate him. And we get a look at the Yellow Ranger stepping in and taking the blast for him. And our next look is the 5 Mighty Morphin Rangers, the remaining 5, looking over a cliff without the Yellow Ranger. It then flashes forward to the only ones we see with their helmets off, by the way, are Billy and Zach, because we do know they are returning. Kim, Tommy, and Jason are not. So, we then see Billy and Zach with Trini's daughter, Min, played by Charlie Kirsch, and Min says she killed Mom. So, we will get the death of the Yellow Ranger, Trini, who was played by the late Thai Trang. So, I'm honestly shocked about that. I figured she'd have already been passed, and, we just hear about it, but for us to be seeing it, that this is how the Yellow Ranger meets her, and this is the third time we've had the death of a Power Ranger, but this is the first time where it's actually set, because Kendricks and Zato were both revived. Zato confirmed by the Morphin Masters. Kendricks, I'm figuring the Morphin Masters had to do with it. So, as I was getting to, we see Min, which I do have a theory, watching that scene multiple times, because I've watched this trailer about a dozen times at this time. We see Min, when she's talking about she killed Mom, she's looking at Billy. Now, you think she'd say she killed my mom? So I have a feeling maybe Billy's the father to Min, just because of the way she puts that, saying she killed Mom while she's looking at Billy. It makes it sound as though that Billy is the father of Min. Or who knows, maybe it could be Zach, because he's in that scene as well. But definitely makes it sound like one of them are the father. And it's definitely not outside of the realm of possibility. I mean, Zach went with Trini to the peace conference, so there's a possibility there. And Billy was on Aquitar, but there's a high chance Billy could have returned from Aquitar, because as we see, he's on Earth fighting against Robo Rita with the team. And he could have reconnected with Trini, and they could have ended up getting married, because they did spend a lot of time with each other in the first season of Mighty Morphin. So we had that. Now, obviously, what about red, pink, and green? Because we know it's going to be Rocky and Kat in that pink. Well, now, you see at one point with Rita in that captured Rangers. Now, in behind the scenes looks before, we got to look at how there was in Rita's base Lightning Collection figures. Now, we can say that these are captured Rangers, and I'll go. So, it definitely makes sense too. I definitely think if this is how it's going about, they did a very good job then showing how Rocky and Kat are the ones called upon, because and how explain Jason, Kim, and Tommy's, Austin St. John, Amy Jo Johnson, and Jason David Frank's absence. So Jason, Kim, and Tommy is Mighty Morphin Green are all captured and turned into like the small Lightning Collection figures by Rita. But not only that, when we see them back in the new command center, which looks absolutely amazing, by the way, I absolutely like that. We see Alpha with Billy and Zach saying, "Go to your locations." So she's sending the Rangers to locations. Now, we see her call upon. We see Kat and Rocky then teleport in at that time, which Rocky's a firefighter. That's awesome to see that they're showing, like, we see him in a firefighter uniform first when he first teleports in with his helmet and everything. So that's awesome to see. Definitely makes sense. He went on to be a firefighter. If not, didn't own a karate studio, because we know that's what Adam went on to in Operation Overdrive. So that's absolutely awesome to see that Rocky became a firefighter. Now, said, "Rangers, go to your stations." We then see on the new command center module a few previous Ranger locations we've had before. So we see Coral Harbor, Reefside, Astro Megaship, Turtle Cove, and Terra Venture. Now, we see those 5 locations. In the case, in Rita's base of the captured Rangers, I mean, those locations make sense because those 5 locations we see have some of the captured Rangers we see. Now, you can see figures for Beast Morphers Red and Gold. That's Coral Harbor right there. Reefside, you would see Donald under red and white. For Astro Megaship, we've got In Space Black sitting right between Beast Morpher Red and Gold on that case. For Terra Venture, you can clearly see Lost Galaxy Red, Blue, and Green. And now on an old behind-the-scenes picture, when we first got a look at these Lightning Collection figures, where Mighty Morphin Pink, Red, and Green was, which Jason, Kim, and Tommy perfectly makes sense. You could see what looks to be 2 yellow Rangers, I think. And then, clearly a silver one. It's from Turtle Cove, Wild Force, Lunar Wolf. So, those 5 locations showing up on the board, sending Rangers to their stations. I believe they're going to where Rangers have reportedly went missing and Robo Rita has already attacked. So, I definitely love to see these hints, Easter eggs, what's going on in this. I definitely think it's an awesome setup. Not only do we have Robo Rita returning, the putties, we've got a look at 2 monsters of the weeks that we had in Mighty Morphin, the Minotaur and Snizzard. But they're back in even better glory. They are Robo versions. So just like Rita, we've got Robo Minotaur and Robo Snizzard, who's facing off against our 4 Rangers, Billy, Zach, Rocky, and Kat. So it is extremely amazing to see. Now, obviously, that's not all we have for cast. We do have returning Rangers, Adam and Aisha. However, they will not be morphing up. We will not see them do its morphin time and go in their suits. We do see them on the command center module saying, "Good luck, Rangers." Now, they are part of SPA. That is going to be, had our theories that it's going to be what eventually becomes SPD, and it is. They're not going to morph. I definitely don't see them morphing. We don't see them doing that. So they're definitely going to have behind-the-scenes moments, them with Alpha helping the Rangers outside of it. So definitely glad they did get back Adam and Aisha and did give them a role in this because, with Aisha, we see the loss of Trini. So, and Yellow, that's definitely going to be passed on with Min. I definitely see Min, if not them giving her the morpher, I see more of her maybe we see her with, the picture of Trini and one that she drew with her. I definitely see Min maybe picking up the morpher and joining them because she wants revenge against Robo Rita for the loss of her mom. So that's my theory with Min. So it definitely makes sense not having Aisha morph and her working with Adam behind the scenes. Because, I mean, Adam starting SPA is actually makes perfect sense. It is the perfect scenario that they could have physically done because, I mean, let's be frank here. After Tommy, the most iconic Ranger is Adam Park. He had the second longest tenure as a Ranger. He returned in Always a Chance in Power Rangers in Space, and then he returned to lead the Retro Ranger team in Once a Ranger special, two-part special in Operation Overdrive. So Adam starting SPA, leading it, definitely makes perfect sense in this universe. I'm looking forward to this so very much because, I mean, that minute and 22 seconds looked absolutely fantastic. You know, seeing Billy and Zach finally return because it's been so long since we've seen them. Rocky and Kat, we at least saw in Dimensions in Danger. Granted, Kat was turbo pink in that moment, which also, Kat will have, for the first time ever, the pterodactyl coin, which is handed to her by Alpha. You can clearly see in the trailer Alpha handing both Rocky and Kat coins. So, it's going to be absolutely phenomenal to see. You know, we're going to get a new morphing sequence that we also saw from old behind-the-scenes photos posted by both Catherine Sutherland and David Yoss. So go check out all the behind-the-scenes photos they have posted. So we're going to get a new morphing call. Well, a new morph. It's still going to be, it's morphin time, but we're going to get a new morph. I hope it's similar to Adams in Operation Overdrive because that was absolutely fantastic. That's one of my favorite like morphing sequences of all time. So we'll get that. A lot of action-packed look. It definitely looks like that here. You know, the idea of captured Rangers, and then even talking about Rita's going to the past to kill the Rangers before Zordon can make them Rangers. So it looks like we're going to get a little time travel here too. That'll be definitely cool to see and an interesting plot in this. So there's definitely a big thing. A lot of factors playing into this. I mean, as I said, it was around 1 minute, 22 seconds. And the special is 55 minutes. So it's going to be jam-packed with stuff. Now, I maybe hope that we get a little explanation on Billy on Aquitar, coming back from it, what went on with that. Maybe a little of like what they've done since then. You know, so far we know Rocky's a fireman. We don't really know much other than that. Like what happened with Zach, because it's been 29 years since he left. So it's been a long time since we've seen him. You know, I definitely hope maybe we get a little in the beginning of, you know, what they've been up to. But so far it looks phenomenal. And that wasn't all we got. It wasn't just the revival of the Mighty Morphin powers. The Dino Megazord has returned. Now, this Dino Megazord looks much, much different from what we had in Season 1. This is, you would definitely tell. Now, I didn't even buy the Zord Ascension Project Dino Megazord, but I mean, this has the look of it. They definitely use that for the base of it, the look of it. So they use their own stuff in this. That's the thing. I do like the idea that Hasbro, you know, not only the special, they kind of combined it with the toy line, you know. We're getting the Lightning Collection figures of Rangers captured by Robo Rita. So that's absolutely amazing. We're going to see Lightning Collection figures in the special. But also, the Zord Ascension Project Dino Megazord is being used for the Dino Megazord in the special. So that's absolutely great to see. You know, it's an updated look of it. Looks absolutely fantastic. Maybe we'll get an explanation of how the Mighty Morphin powers were revived, as well as the Dino Megazord. I mean, obviously, we saw Adams revived in Operation Overdrive by the Sentinel Knight. Rocky had the Tyrannosaurus coin and transformed and morphed into the Red Ranger in Dimensions in Danger. You know, I mean, there's a lot of explanations we could have for it. Sentinel Knight, Morphin Masters, just, hey, unofficial but official, Billy created the turbo powers. Billy's a freaking genius, which Cranston Technologies, you also do see that on the consoles. So we at least know Billy started a tech company, which is perfect sense for him. So that's also why I theorize that he's Min's father, because he came back on Earth at some point, made that. Maybe co-owned it with Trini. because she was also really good at technology as well and helped him with a lot of stuff. So, yeah, less than 1 month we have left for this special. If you haven't watched the trailer, go and check it out on the official YouTube page. Give that a watch. It is absolutely fantastic, and I definitely think this is going to be an excellent special. And I can't wait to see it and do a video talking about it and my reaction. So that is all for this video. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell for notifications. Also, in the description below is the names to our Instagram and Twitter. Be sure to follow us on social media for all channel news and updates. And that's all for this video, but I'll be back with many more Power Rangers, which Once a Ranger content, Super Sentai, and Tokusatsu in general. So, tune in.